Now we're gonna go on to breathing. The reason I'm doing breathing first is because I truly do not think that you can have a stable core unless you're breathing properly. And when you're working the two together, you will find that it is much easier to consciously work your core and not have to worry about breathing versus having a stiff core and trying to force correct breathing. Okay? So breathing should really be your step one. And the great thing about it is the more you do it, the faster it comes back. Just like all of the kids that are running around here, it is naturally ingrained in your brain. So the more you do it, the faster your brain and body remember how they're supposed to breathe. So we've got some very, very simple ways to do that. The first one that I want everybody to do, you're gonna lay down on the ground. Actually, Jason, come on up here. Mm-hmm. All right, so you're gonna lay down. Knees are bent. Our knees are bent so that we can tilt our pelvis. Oh, not even yet. This is step one for breathing, okay? Now, you're gonna put your hands on your belly. You're gonna take a breath in and fill your belly with air. You're gonna push your hands toward the ceiling, and I want even less chest here, okay? So this is gonna be more exaggerated than you're gonna breathe in real life because you're just trying to what am I saying here? Yeah, over-exaggerate. So your shoulders and your chest do not leave the ground. Your belly gets filled with air, and then when you breathe out, your hands fall. Do 30 seconds to a minute in the morning when you wake up. It's about 10 to 20 breaths. And then 30 seconds to a minute when you lay down at night to go to sleep. So another 10 to 20 breaths. So you're doing at least 1 to 2 minutes that you know of, okay? If you want to progress this one, or you're here at the gym and you want to work on it, go ahead and bring your knees to 90-90. A little bit, good. So we want 90 degrees at the hips, 90 degrees at the knees. Good. And breathing. What this is doing, this is tilting our pelvis even more. And still, just filling that belly with air. You can put your feet on a Swiss ball or one of those big balls. It's kind of small for Jason, but you can use a ball, you can use a chair, you can go up against the wall and do it. But this is the progression to do that. After that, once you are a better breather, it should be really easy for you to go ahead and extend your legs out. Yep, you can hold them, yep. So this takes away that pelvic tilt. You'll notice that it's a little bit harder to breathe with just your belly. Every morning and every night, you do that, you will be surprised at how fast it comes back to you. You want to do it even more, or if you're sitting at your desk or sitting in your car.
Should the glutes be turned on in the straight leg position?
Not necessarily, because this is more focusing on just the breathing. Jason asked if the glutes should be turned on, and because this is just a breathing thing, we're not worried so much about the glutes. So this is exaggerated breathing. When you're doing it seated, I recommend trying it in front of a mirror first, because this is a little bit harder because now you don't have something touching your shoulders. But what you want is you want to be able to sit with your hands on your belly and push your belly out without shoulders moving. So most of us will go like this. We don't want that shoulder rise and fall. So it's good to look in the mirror, and we're retraining this diaphragmatic breathing by pushing our belly out, and our shoulders stay nice and long and nice and loose. So we can partner up right now, and you can just have your partner watch your shoulders. Partners, you can actually touch the shoulders. With patients, I will push their shoulders down and hold them so that they are not able to raise them up, okay? So let's just try that. Just do a couple breaths with a partner. Something that's so basic that you do every day, and now all of a sudden you have to think about it. It's very strange. But Like I said, the more you do it, the faster it's gonna come back, okay? Breathing. James is a really great example. Remember how I said that it's much easier to start retraining your breathing and then consciously work on your core while you can still breathe? The reason is you want to be able to have that strong, braced core and still breathe. So right now, if you were to feel my stomach, I am solid. It's like I'm wearing a weight belt. I'm still talking. I'm still breathing. My shoulders aren't coming up. You can be braced and still breathe. That's important for when you're doing those heavy, heavy lifts. Why is this important? How many times have you seen just a crazy power lifter? He's all like this, he's braced, he's got 600 pounds on his back and he cannot breathe because his shoulders can't come up because he has 600 pounds holding them down and he is so braced and he's not breathing properly. So what happens then? You pass out with 600 pounds on your back. So you want to be able to brace and breathe. James has such a strong core, but he has to now relax his core to actively work on his breathing. So get the breathing part first so that you don't have to think about it so much.